One evening, Henry the Green Engine was chuffing through the snowy island of Sodor countryside to Brentham Docks. He was on his way to collect the Flying Kipper and deliver crates of fish. At the docks, the workmen were loading the fish into the vans. A crane was unloading one of the ships. Then suddenly, the operator in the crane sneezed. Achoo! He had the load too close to the tracks, and he couldn't react in time because Henry was coming in the same direction.
Pooh! This smell is making me ill.
Henry felt a little better when he was coupled up to his train and set off. The smell of fish was strong, but Henry didn't mind. When he got back to Timoth's sheds, the other engines were asleep. Henry was glad that no one would notice him. But the next morning, James sniffed loudly. P.U. What is that smell? Oh wait, it's you, Henry. You were definitely playing with the fish last night. Before Henry could explain himself, the Fat Controller arrived.
Goodness gracious me! Henry, you must go to the washdown at once. Oh. Yes, sir.
It took a while to clean Henry, but soon he was finished and went to work. He puffed slowly along the icy track so that he wouldn't have any accidents. Engines have sandboxes so that they can slow down on slippery tracks if their brakes don't work. Once evening came, it was time for Henry to go to the docks. He was coupled up, the crates of fish were loaded, the porter banged the doors, and it was time to leave. But there was a problem. Henry's wheels slipped on the rails and he couldn't move. His driver used the sandboxes, but that didn't work either. Henry had to give up. As he came to a stop, his driver went to speak to the dock manager. When the dock manager told the Fat Controller the news, he checked his timetable.
James is the nearest engine, but I know he will throw a fit.
And he was right, but James did it anyway. Me? Help Henry with the Flying Kipper! James was swished onto Henry's line and gave him a bump. Move it, you! Extra sand was put on the rail so that James and Henry were able to start. James charged forward. His movement made Henry grip the rails, and they were able to move the Flying Kipper. James could still smell the fish, but he and Henry kept going. At last, they reached Vickerstown Station. James was quickly uncoupled and hurried back to the sheds. He couldn't stand the fish. Henry was puzzled, but the next morning, James apologized. "I'm sorry for teasing you, Henry, and from running away from you. I just don't like the smell of fish."
Oh, that's alright, James. You were actually a big help last night. But if I struggle again, I'll definitely ask Arthur. We are both the fish experts, if you will.